Hey guys, I am JW13 and I want to quickly talk about Weapons Bet Mission 3. Yesterday I got a run which was basically close to my own personal limit as far as I'm aware. This run was an insane 10 frames ahead of my previous fastest pace around the end, which, yeah, no, like I only expected to shave off a couple frames, but suddenly I was 10 frames ahead, and I want to talk about how, because this is the key to getting a 45 in this level. Sadly, I threw the run around the end, still got world record, but I was frankly very disappointed. So I went back and took a look at why this run is good, and I wanted to discuss this openly. So here we go, loading into the level. Immediately what I want to talk about is this diagonal part that you run on. So as far as I'm aware, whether you're running on the straight ground or on the diagonal part, it's equally fast. I could be wrong about this, but this is my personal understanding. Going from the flat ground to the diagonal part loses you a bit of time, but it's required to dodge this little thing here. But going from the diagonal part back to the ground does not lose you time. So don't go onto the diagonal part more than once. For the rest, doesn't really matter, I don't think, whether you're on the diagonal part or on the ground. Just go for the fastest lines. So that's what you see me doing here. I do stay on the diagonal part a bit longer because it's a bit easier. Right here, you want to pass hover as late as possible while still being able to make it over the fence without slowing down. Basically, the reason for this is the deck movement on Weapons Bet is really fast. It's really fast. And as soon as you jump up, you lose all of that speed. So the more you're on the ground, the better. That's a general rule for mechs as a whole, but like in this level it is extra important because frames are just more valuable in this level, and because your like ground movement is more valuable to keep. But if you pass hover too late, you won't be able to make it over the fence. So yeah, as late as possible, but not too late. Basically a game of chicken. So you see me going here, get a 9.35 check. So in this part, I do a tap jump and delay my hover a bit. That way I'll be closer to the ground when I reach this little thing that I stand, like here, this thing. And basically what I want to do is I want to stand on the edge of it and then do a double frame perfect pass hover. This is, as far as I'm aware, a requirement. Maybe it has a bit of leeway. I'm actually not completely sure about that, but as far as my understanding goes, this needs to be a perfect pass hover. So there we go. Basically what I prioritize now is lining the left half of Eggman up with the boxes for a reason that I'll explain right now. So the camera automatically turns. It's not all the way half, by the way. Just part of Eggman's model needs to be over the boxes. The camera automatically turns when you arrive here. So that means that you can hold forward, but as you see, like, hold a little bit of left as well as the camera is turning. But basically what you want to have happen is you want to turn into these springs as you're landing. As you see right here, I'm turning into the springs. There, just shoot the box. Here I do a delayed hover while I'm falling down. The closer you are to the ground, the easier it is to like keep your maximum speed. That's not what I did in this run, so clearly it's not that crucial. Like, I was pretty close to the ground, but not optimally so. Alright, this is probably the trickiest part of the level to do completely fast, and I don't think this run did it perfectly, but this was one of the best I've had in a run. So basically what you want to do here is you want to jump off of the pulley as early as possible without getting stuck on the wall or getting shot by the enemy, to give yourself more leeway to avoid being shot by the enemy. I would spam shoot as you're going up, because that way you can lock on to the enemy's bullets and destroy them, giving yourself more space. And when you jump over that little floor part, when you jump off the pulley, don't go up left. Like, don't prioritize landing as far ahead on the ground as possible, because as I said, mid-air movement is a lot slower than ground movement. Like, ground movement is what you need, so you want to land on the floor as early as possible, no matter what. And basically what happened here is I got an early jump off and I did a very slight tap hover before landing. I'm not sure if I actually needed to do this. I'm not sure if you can like I'm pretty sure that you can make the distance without hovering once, and that would be really fast. If you can do that, go for it. Like, that is top speed. But yeah, I did a little tap hover, still did the job. I was still on 45 pace around the end. So let's see this. There's the little tap hover. Do most of the turning on the ground. Now here, this section is actually really tricky to do completely fast. I think I managed in this run. So basically you want to go around the right side of this fence here, but you want to do so without going too much to the right. And going too much to the right is something that is very quickly achieved. Even slightly to right and you're already losing a couple frames. A tiny bit further to the right and you're probably losing around 0.2 of a second from hitting the diagonal part. But here, perfectly sneaked past. This is the giveaway, 38.62. That is exactly 11 frames ahead of Axel's world record. And Axel's world record was 11 frames away from a 45. So yeah, that's all the evidence you need there. Here, I slightly turn into the jump that I need to make. I don't turn in all the way because it's tricky because I feel like you don't really have enough space to do that reliably. Like you have enough space for it. It's really tricky to do this way while keeping optimal momentum. But by turning in at least slightly, you reduce the amount you have to turn in midair, making this jump a bit easier. It's still a very nasty jump. Frame perfect pass hover for sure. So yeah, let's check that out. Land there, and from here it's just like pass buffer the camera, turn if you need to, pass buffer, fitting Eggman between the two boxes. I did an embarrassing amount of pass buffers here, and it's the big reason why I'm very unhappy with this run. But overall, like it is world record. It's, as I said, like for the rest, I'm super happy with how the rest of the run went. This ending just made me really sad. So yeah, here it is. Get the camera turn, try to fit in, but just get slightly stopped there. But yeah, that's the run. And that's about how you go fast in Weapons Bet Mission 3. I hope this helps. Like, there might be some stuff that I'm misunderstanding myself, but I don't think I'm feeding any real misinformation here, at least any crucial misinformation, because this is the knowledge that has allowed me to get times like these. Yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope some of you get something out of this tutorial, and yeah, happy grinding. Have a nice day. Bye bye.